Hi everyone. Oh, very loud. I know it is late in the day, everybody, so thank you for joining this session. And as you may have noticed, I am not Dr. Andrew Woods, CEO of Catagen. My name's Sonia Kerr. I'm the head of marketing and strategic communications. Unfortunately, Andrew couldn't make the flight today over from Belfast. But we've also got Professor Roy Douglas, our CTO, in the room as well, and he'll be here after the session to answer any questions. So who are we? Catagen is a net zero technologies company based in Belfast. Our purpose is to clean and decarbonise the air. It's how we hire, recruit and retain our team. And it's how we get some of the best engineers right across the UK coming to work for us in Belfast. So Catagen, we've been around since 2010. We're a spin out of Queen's University Belfast. We are a revenue generating business. We're not a startup, we're a scaling and growth company. And we started out testing catalytic converters for the automotive sector in the development of new vehicles. We work with some of the top automotive, motorcycle and heavy duty companies in the globe. How we do that testing is via a recirculating gas reactor, and that's patent protected by Catagen. We're one of the fastest growing companies in Ireland, as voted by Deloitte. We're powered completely by renewable energy, and we've been on the Technation programs in 2021 and 2022. And I'm so glad to see Technation revitalised and here this week. And hopefully I'll be able to see some of the team later in the day. So how do we go about testing catalytic converters, and how does that get us to green hydrogen and e-fuels? And that's what I'm going to talk about today. What you can see is our patented recirculating gas reactor on the right-hand side. We don't test catalysts in engines. We test them in our reactors, which is powered by 100% renewable energy. We can get this up to 1100 degrees C, and we're experts in thermal dynamics. So I should say Professor Roy Douglas is an expert in thermal dynamics and spent many years at Queen's working in this sector. We're really proud with all the catalytic converters that we have tested over the years. We have displaced over 2,000 tonnes of CO2 from that process. And we also work with Sequester to displace some of our other emissions. So we try to be a truly green company. We're certified to do the catalyst testing by the UK Vehicle Certification Agency body, in Europe with A+ IDIADA, in Germany with TÜV, and we've also helped manufacturers get certification in California, the US, India and China. So we know this sector really, really well. So I've mentioned some of the sectors that we work with, predominantly automotive, motorcycle, heavy duty, but more increasingly, we're also testing hydrogen fuel cells or solid oxide fuel cells. So we're seeing that true decarbonisation of industry, and we're very specialist in what we do. Nobody can do the testing like us. The quality of the data that we produce, none of our competitors can get anywhere close to that. So I'm just going to play a little video which talks to our purpose of to clean and decarbonise the air.
Climate change is affecting everything. It's shaping our cities, our economies, our landscapes, the way we think, and us. From the micro to the macro. How we move, how we live, and how we make our way in the world is adapting. Catagen's commitment is to clean and decarbonise the air. We've already applied our world-first technology to emissions testing in the mobility sector. As an innovation company, we then asked, how can we decarbonise industrial systems, shipping, aviation, and agriculture? We had to look directly at energy. We had to think about scale and find a collective solution that would cut CO2 emissions and enable a move away from fossil fuels. to cleaner energy sources. With ingenuity, talent, technology, and a united sense of purpose, we developed ClimaHtech. ClimaHtech is a decarbonisation acceleration system using advanced climate technologies to produce green hydrogen and e-fuels. Our core technology is active and scalable. Industries need to decarbonise now. The planet needs climate security. By adopting efficient green hydrogen energy powered by renewable sources such as wind and solar, we can help fulfill net zero pledges across multiple sectors and industries.
That just gave a little bit of an overview of Catagen. But it's our core business that we've developed up over the last 10 years that has given us a really strong vantage point to work in this sector. So working with all those automotive companies, understanding the issues and challenges around decarbonisation has led us to ClimaHtech, and it's that expertise, the deep domain knowledge of emissions regulations, the expertise around thermodynamics, and the IP and knowledge that we have built up has led us to develop ClimaHtech. I also would like to say last year we were successful in receiving 5 awards from the Department of Net Zero and Energy Security, or the other way around, sorry, Department of Energy Security and Net Zero. And we won 5 awards, and you can see those awards listed. That was to create 5 prototypes, and we created 5 prototypes, freight container prototypes, in 8 months. We created our green hydrogen generator, a biohydrogen generator, carbon capture technology, hydrogen compression technology, and e-fuel generators. And I'm going to go into a little bit more detail on those prototypes. We're probably the only company in the UK to get 5 awards. The only other one that we're aware of is out of Cambridge. So we have been very agile at creating the technology, and you can see the technology in our facility in Belfast, which this video is going to show you now. Catagen are deep domain experts in thermodynamics and emissions, patent protecting 5 new innovations for net zero solutions. Our experienced and dynamic team are on a dedicated path to delivering industrial scale system solutions. ClimaHtech is an acceleration system towards decarbonisation using advanced climate technologies. It is a platform to generate green hydrogen, biohydrogen, and green e-fuels with complementary systems for carbon capture and hydrogen compression.
This innovation utilises Catagen's patented recirculating gas reactor technology to create a highly efficient green hydrogen generator. Renewable energy powers the ClimaHtech H-Gen to produce green hydrogen with no harmful byproducts. Catagen do not use electrolyzers to free hydrogen. The H-Gen uses a multi-stage chemical process to split water into hydrogen and oxygen. The oxygen produced from the process can be used in other industrial processes or released back into the air. The ClimaHtech H-Gen system is designed for industry and has multiple benefits. Scalable, cost competitive, more energy efficient through utilisation of waste heat sources, easier to manufacture using existing supply chains and processes to cut complexity, time and cost, and produces renewable fuels from wind, water and air. These technologies can be deployed on-site anywhere globally with access to renewable energy.
Green hydrogen can be used to create an energy-dense e-fuel.
The ClimaHtech e-fuel gen uses our enhanced recirculating gas reactor technology to create a cost-effective and easily transportable e-fuel. Powered by renewable electricity, it combines green hydrogen and carbon dioxide removed from the air to create a carbon net zero green hydrogen based fuel.
The e-fuel can be used in conventional internal combustion engines, allowing it to be used in vehicles until the end of their full useful life or in difficult to decarbonise industries. Catagen green fuel can be produced at a renewable energy site alongside green hydrogen production.
ClimaHtech's BioHgen uses Catagen's proprietary technology to produce cost-effective, low-carbon biohydrogen from a waste biomass source. This energy-efficient approach can facilitate the early adoption of low-carbon hydrogen and accelerate the route to a net-zero hydrogen economy. Bio-CO2 is a valuable byproduct of the process.
Alongside production, Catagen is also developing the ClimaHtech compressor, a high-pressure hybrid system for compression, dispensing and storage.
Current methods are inefficient, expensive to manufacture, and display various operational issues in use, such as overheating and long duty cycles. Catagen's ClimaHtech compressor maximizes available fuel usage and has improved thermal efficiency, contributing to lower capital costs.
ClimaHtech capture uses low-grade waste heat to capture carbon dioxide, and as a result, means very low operating costs. It has also been designed to work in tandem with other technologies, such as ClimaHtech HGen, to provide the green hydrogen and carbon dioxide, which is essential for us to make e-fuel. ClimaHtech capture can also be used to remove CO2 for other purposes. Another fantastic thing about ClimaHtech capture is that it is a very versatile design and can be used for a wide range of applications.
Industry has to change, and it has to become cleaner, cutting its carbon dioxide emissions to zero. Green hydrogen and e-fuels can be used to replace fossil fuels in sectors such as manufacturing, transport, power, mobility, and agriculture. Working in partnership with the UK government and industry leaders, our goal is to accelerate the shift away from fossil fuels to cleaner, greener energy, helping to decarbonise and reduce emissions in the most challenging sectors of industry. As you can see, last year we were incredibly busy building those 5 prototypes. So now our focus is in bringing the technologies to full-scale demonstration. 3 of the technologies will be at full-scale demonstration in 2025. That is the biohydrogen generator, the e-fuel generators, and the hydrogen compressors. And I'll talk a little bit more about each of the technologies in turn. As I've already said, we have a lot of experience working in the automotive sector, but last year we had about 115 visits to Belfast from companies interested in our technology, and that has ranged from data center companies, cement, glass, steel, energy companies, pharmaceutical companies, all interested in hydrogen and e-fuels like e-gasoline, SAF, e-kerosene and e-diesel. Our green hydrogen generator is not an electrolyser. This is a completely different process to create green hydrogen from renewable energy, and we can take wind or solar. We can also use waste heat in our process, which limits the amount of renewable energy into the system to produce green hydrogen and oxygen. We've also got a novel way to compress hydrogen. We cool the hydrogen whilst pumping and dispensing, while other compressors heat up and cut out. Our compressors don't do that. We can also deplete the tank to about 98%. So there's key benefits of our hydrogen compressors that others can't match. We also have some carbon capture technology and our e-fuel generators, which a lot of people are interested in. So we can create sustainable aviation fuel. And if anybody was in a session 2 sessions ago, they talked about creating 5 SAF centres across the UK. And that's really, really interesting because at the moment there are very few companies who can actually make SAF. So we are one of them. So there are huge opportunities to do that. But we can also create e-diesel, e-kerosene, e-gasoline. We also created a little bit of e-methane, and we can possibly create e-methanol in this process. So we're very focused on decarbonising those really difficult to abate sectors, such as aviation, shipping, gensets, for instance, and agriculture. And we have live projects and feasibility studies working in some of these sectors. Our biohydrogen generator is probably one of the first machines we'll fully commercialise. And this is using a biomass that others aren't using right now. And that's to create a very efficient, cost-effective, renewable hydrogen with also bio-CO2, biogenic CO2, which can also be used for other purposes, such as fertilizer, the food and drink sector, etc. So this is our team with the green hydrogen generator. This is Ryan and Tiernan. One Friday night where they switched the machine on for the first time and actually produced green hydrogen in Belfast. This is not electrolyzer. So the team were all around Microsoft Teams watching them do this. So this is game-changing, groundbreaking technology in the UK that has different supply chain to electrolyzers. So there's really brilliant opportunity here to scale our green hydrogen generator in a different way than current electrolyzers. This is our e-fuel generator, and we have created a blended e-fuel. This is Liam with one of the first samples of e-fuel, which we were again all very excited about. And again, this system can be used, just to remind you, it can create e-diesel, e-gasoline, and e-kerosene. Our biohydrogen system, we'll have a full-scale demonstrator in Belfast in 2025. So you can see these systems that are live in Belfast right now. And this is our compressor, which we can get to 350 bar or 700 bar. So we're building a static and a mobile compressor. Finally, this is our vision for the future. How do you lock up offshore wind, onshore wind? So as well as the offshore wind in the UK, Ireland has 70 gigawatts potentially of offshore wind off the coast of Ireland. So there's lots of opportunity to take that wind and utilise it as hydrogen or to turn it into e-fuels. We have been working with some companies to model up numbers for both our hydrogen, our green hydrogen, our biohydrogen and our e-fuels. One of those companies is in Mannock, a Mannock cement company, and using our biohydrogen system, we have modelled numbers that we can save them 18% of the coal in their kiln. These are substantial numbers and no one else in the sector is getting anywhere near that. We're also working, we were really pleased to announce that we did a joint bid with ESB, the energy company, on seabed rights off the coast of Scotland. And we were successful at getting 100 megawatts of seabed rights. And our part of that project is sustainable aviation fuel. Thank you guys, and that's me, but Roy and I will be here, or I can take any questions now if anyone has questions. Hi. I'm getting a lot of sound back, by the way, so in case, but go ahead.
There we go. Obviously, fascinating take-ups on technology and the intersection of that and green fuel and all the rest of it. I'm not being harsh in asking the question, but I know the purpose of the presentation is obviously to provide information, but is there any other, is this like are you looking for like people with bags of gold saying, you know, I'm just trying to like, what is the angle here, frankly?
Yeah. No, you're very welcome. So we believe that there's a system approach to clean and decarbonise the air, and it's going to take all technologies, including electrolyzers. But we think we have other opportunities to come in and provide hydrogen in a very different way, both the green hydrogen and biohydrogen, and we think the world needs that different supply chain to get us there, no doubt about it. So as a company, we, in our core business, doing the catalyst work, we're revenue generating. So we're very different to some of the startup companies out there. we're sort of in control of our own destiny a little bit at the moment, but that's a really good question. So we're looking at the structure of Catagen at the moment.
But when you like go to these like pitching contests, they say,
Yes.
well, what do you need most? Do you want customers, revenue, investors? What's the all of the above?
Yeah. So what we're doing at the moment, as I mentioned, we had something like 117 visits last year of companies interested in the technology. So this year is all about consolidating that into actual full-scale demonstrator projects. So you're going to see those bubbling up. We've also some pretty big announcements coming in the next sort of couple of months. So please follow us on Catagen on LinkedIn. I can't talk about those right now. But if you think of what we have a core business unit that's revenue generating, and then we have 5 new technologies which will become separate business units. So we have companies, for instance, coming to us about the hydrogen compressor, because there's lots of issues with hydrogen compressors in the market. They realize what we're doing. They've came to Belfast, they've seen the compressor, they really like what we're doing. And the next conversation is, 1, we'd like to invest. 2, can we help you manufacture and scale this and bring it to the market fastest? So we're really interested in having lots of conversations to get those collaborations, those partnerships in place. So those examples like Manic, deep insights into cement. We have other cement companies now really interested in working with us in the future, us supplying both biohydrogen and green hydrogen. But also,
I've read cement is not very green. The people are at the moment researching putting biochar into cement as well to improve its...
Yeah, so I think what we have done in terms of that feasibility is uncovered a lot of value. So we're actually doing additional work for that cement company because our purpose is to clean and decarbonise the air. So we have actually gone back to them with other ways to reduce their emissions. We can't really go into those because there's other patents coming out of that, actually, some other technologies. But our focus is to get to full-scale demonstrators for biohydrogen, e-fuel, and the compressor in 2025. So if you come to Belfast, you will see those full-scale demonstrators. And some of those will be working with companies to do that. Our next stage is we'll probably have an office in Dublin. We may step into the US as well because there's lots of opportunity there. So yeah, interested in talking to manufacturing partners. Will we take investment in the future? Absolutely. We're the new ITM Power, without a doubt.
Good luck.
Thank you. Any other questions? Sorry, I thought someone else had their hand up there.
Hi, you mentioned on the previous panel that you're exporting. Where are you exporting and what are you exporting?
Yes, so that answer was I did that in a previous company. But with this company, we take catalysts from automotive sectors from all over the world. They come to Belfast and we send them back. Okay. So we have a revenue generating business. We have really good predictable revenue for that business, which has allowed us to get to this stage without taking on investment. So we're really in control of what we're doing and our destiny as a company, because what's really important is our purpose to clean and decarbonise the air. So we don't want to end up somewhere else, like the US or Germany, which tends to happen to a lot of early stage companies. We're about 45 people right now. We will get to 60 by the end of the year. We want to keep our headquarters in Belfast. We're all very proud of our manufacturing heritage, but we know we will have manufacturing hubs all over the world. So, sorry, that exporting piece, I've done that in other previous jobs. Okay. So I can talk to you a little bit more about that. But we work.
Thank you.
I was in Amsterdam a few weeks ago. Our team have been in Gothenburg in the last few weeks. Our CEO has been invited by US senators to go and look at manufacturing capability in the US. So we're seeing lots of opportunity for our systems, but our focus, we are technology solution providers. And what we've done with the Department of Energy Security and Net Zero awards is we've hit every single milestone that they've given us. And we have built those prototypes, as I said, in 8 months, which was some going. We're really proud of that, really built a really good team, and we're really proud of our culture in Catagen. And hopefully you'll hear a lot more about us in the coming months and years. Any other questions? No? Good, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thanks.